Hi everybody, my name is Jeremy. I'm from a YouTube channel called Red Means Recording, and today we're going to make some beat. We're going to make a beat on the Native Instruments Maschine Plus using a method that I've been just kind of working through to do library tracks for the YouTube audio library, which is a resource that all YouTube creators have access to. I've done about 30 tracks for them. The tracks are free to use in your videos. You can monetize your videos with them. It's a great resource. And the first batch I did, the first 10, I actually used Maschine exclusively for that, and now I'm back at Maschine using it for that. So we're going to be making one of these beats today, the starter of the whole thing, and it starts with me finding a sample that I like that I made from the Native Instruments Contact PLAYBOX instrument, which is a really cool instrument they released semi-recently that I just love. It creates really evocative samples, and they're really fun to slice. So we're going to start that way. We're going to get our vibe, then we're going to add a beat, then we're going to make some scenes, and then eventually we'll have an arrangement that we can add some lock states to and play. So that's the method I've been trying to follow for all of this. It all starts with PLAYBOX samples. We all stick around 90 BPM. We try to keep things nice and chill. And then we use the arrangements and lock states to perform the beat live so that it has like a cool feel to it. So with that said, let's just get started, okay? I'm going to start on the first group here, and I'm going to go to browser, and I'm going to go all the way to user. The video of me making these samples, or at least some of them, is on my channel, Red Means Recording. So if you're interested in how I arrived at these samples, you can go over there and check that out. It's a really fun instrument, and I think everyone should give it a try at least. It's cool. Looking for something that feels like a good starter for a beat. I'd actually love for something in a major key, but we'll see. I also actually kind of need something that will stack with another PLAYBOX sample because that's how I've been doing it. I usually do 2. Oh, that's it right there. That's good. Now that we have our sample, we can go into sampling and slice, and here's our sample. So there's a couple different ways we can slice the sample, but I have found that I think split works really well for these since they're so long. And we'll go to 8 slices. When I made these samples, I made them all, hit the chord change at a particular time in the 90 BPM range. So I knew that I'd be able to slice them up easily here. It's really easy to do that. Let's try 16. I think is going to be fine. We'll hit apply and OK. And now we have all that right here. The other thing I need to do, I need to change the polyphony of this to 1. And I'm going to change it to ADSR so that it doesn't just play all the way through. Let's do it. Okay, so the next thing on group B here is I'm going to find another PLAYBOX sample that goes with this. So that's kind of the vibe, is like combine 2 so we can get a really cool, rich tapestry of sonic goodness. But I need something in a major key. You might need to transpose. Should be fine. Let's see if that works. I will go into sampling and slice, and we will go to split and 8. Apply. That's good enough. Go ahead and record this. Next up is a beat. So we will go into browser. For this, I've been using groups because there's all kinds of great kits in groups. So this is stuff that's part of the Native Instruments library, you know, all these expansions and stuff like that. It's going to go down to like, ooh, That might work. We might not use all the stuff in there, but we'll see. First thing is to see, do the drums work? Yeah, that's pretty nice. Let's just go ahead and go with that. I need to get some swing in here, so we'll go to swing and turn this up. Let's see, probably around 17%. Now at this point, we can experiment a little bit with some sidechain compression. So let's go into our group for our first channel and go over after adding a compressor to add a sidechain to the kick here. We need more swing. Cool. So now that we've cleaned our kit, we will duplicate this pattern, the drum pattern, and we will go to pattern and duplicate. And we're going to add this stuff right here. See if we can make our reverse sound a little cooler. I'm going to go into EQ, add an EQ. We'll add some reverb. And we'll go over here to our main sound and add some lo-fi. This is one of the things that's nice about using like really complex samples from PLAYBOX is that, you know, you get all this information baked into them, and then you can transform them even more. I mean, this is why we like to use samples that have a lot of like cool information in them, because they just sound really good when you squish them even more with different effects. All right, let's get a bass. That's what goes on D. Woo. Ooh, an actual upright bass. That could be nice. That's cool. Okay, let's try that and then we'll transpose it down. So we'll go into events. Select all. That's working out for me a little bit. So I'm starting to build that beat up. I'm going to make a new pattern for our drums. We'll duplicate this. I'm going to add some loops to the drum thing here. We've got a nice sparse beat, but I want some like cool percussion stuff on top. So I'm looking for something with a lot of syncopation in it. That's kind of cool, actually. Let's see how that sounds. Yeah, let's use that. We're going to put an EQ after it and get rid of the low end because we don't need it. We have it in our kick, so we'll just use the loop on top. Let's go over to our E here, and we're going to try to find something that goes with this. This is something I usually use for, like, it could be little vocal samples. It could be an instrument. Shit, that's good. We will go into sampling. Split 8. Apply. I don't normally use 3 PLAYBOX things, but this might work. Let's see. I do like how it fills in the beat, but we're going to need to retune it. I like that. I think that's going to work. Now, let's go ahead and add some form of like playable instrument. So I can do like a little bit of melody on this because we don't really have that yet. It's actually okay. It feels a little cheesy to me, so I'm going to go ahead and see if I can find something that's a little less cheesy. It could be the way I'm playing it too. You know, like that kind of like jazzy solo thing on top, you know, imparts a very specific feel. So it's not always the instrument's fault. Sometimes it's your fault because the way you're playing things. See, I think that's a lot better. I like that a lot better. Let's try just disabling this compressor. Let's do that again. Let's go. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do is on G, I'm going to add something that I can use as like a real B section kind of thing. And what I mean by that is like something kind of different than what we have here. I'm going to try to go for some acoustic guitar loops and maybe a little vocal thing. We're just going to put it all on G, and then we can start arranging. So I will go into browser, I will go into loops, and I will go into, let's see, what do we got in here? I've used some of these already, so I don't want to double up. I like that. Let's see if we can make that work. Okay, cool. Next scene. And we'll have to choose something over here as a tonal thing. And on this one, we will add our melody from our massive. And we will also possibly add the hi-hat thing back in. So yeah, that sounds good. We'll duplicate this pattern. Go ahead and record this hi-hat. Next scene. Let's go ahead and go into the drums, the full drums. So we'll go into pattern here. We can go back into our original sounds like this, and nothing from here. Okay, so we'll go with that, and then the next pattern, the next scene, we'll go into just this pattern with all the guitars. Back into our original pattern here, and this original pattern, and then this full drums, and then this we'll do bass. And then this is the lead. We don't need that. We do need our melody and no guitars. All right, last thing I'm going to add to this is I need something sort of on top, like a floaty high frequency thing, something really, really chill. So I'm going to go into synth pad here, and I'm going to try to find something that works. Ooh, that could work. I like that. Save that. Next stop. Next stop is the final stop, and that is, now that we have our scenes, we're going to create a bunch of lock states so that we can perform this beat. So that's what's up next. stick around. I'm just going to go back to working right here. I don't know why I'm telling you to stick around. Hi, everybody. It's me again, Jeremy. I actually did take a little break. I took a couple days to get the arrangement down, and now we're going to do the thing that I said earlier. So what I did was I used what are called scenes. Scenes are collections of patterns, and we have all of our scenes here, and we have arranged them in the song mode in sections. So when I hit play, it plays through the whole thing. Now, this is all well and good, but what we really want to do is be able to sort of play lock states, which are a collection of effects that do fun stuff. So that's what we're going to do. We have to set up our effects for each channel. Let's start with the drums. I'm going to go back into ideas mode, and we're going to play. And I'm going to go into our plugins, and I'm going to turn this on. So you hear how that like does a cool sort of fill thing for us? We can automate that into a lock state. Cabinet's pretty nice. A little lo-fi right there. And then one of my favorites is a scratcher. So pretty fun stuff. Here's a verb. That. And a grain delay. Another EQ, and a final limiter. So that's all we need here for this one. The way lock states work, though, is that you really want to have all the effects that you're going to use in there before you start making the lock states. So looks like we're good for our drums. Let's go over to our first PLAYBOX thing and see what we need to get this to work. So this high pass is going to cut the lows out, which would be nice. Following that, I want to add a, let's see, a grain stretch. We will set this to 4 or 2. Oh, no, let's do 4. Next up, I would like to add a perform effect. I like to do the scratcher for everything. This is on the group level, by the way. So reverb, EQ, compressor. Okay, let's get ourselves our grain stretch. Set it to 4. We will do our perform effect. Turn it to scratcher. Got nothing on here. Okay, so let's add a cabinet and a EQ. We're going to add a reverb. Turn that reverb down. And we're going to add our grain stretch and our scratcher. Do, which is under perform effects. Cool. We're just going to do grain stretch to 4 and perform effects to scratcher. We will go to, let's see, how about this scene? Yeah, that's pretty good. That has a lot of stuff in it. We want to make sure we can hear all the stuff. So we'll go to shift lock. So here's our first lock state. This lock state is everything normal. Everything is perfectly normal. It's good. Up here, I'm going to put mutes. So this one will be muted drums. So I will mute the drums. And what this does for us is just gives us a little like arrangement thing. This one will mute everything else. So let's go ahead and mute. Let's see. There's the drums. So mute, 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 and then hit update. So already we get a lot more control, immediate fun performance control over the thing that we don't normally have with the arrangement stuff. We can go in and make clips for stuff like this, but as you'll see in a second, we're going to have a lot more available to us in performance with lock states than we would if we tried to go in and automate all this stuff. This is just a more direct, fun way of doing that. Next up, let's start doing some scratches. We'll put our scratchers up here as well. So this one is going to scratch the drums out, and the other one will scratch everything else out. So make sure they're on here. Boop, boop. Copying our lock state. come back here. Let's go in now and go to the scratcher. Dear scratcher, where are you? There we are. That's it. Lock state update. For this one, we will go and scratch everything else out. So on, find out scratcher, on, do, 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 doop, do, 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 zwomp. So go back to our lock and update. Already pretty fun. Let's do our grain stretch next, which is going to create some choppy fills for us. Grain stretch. Gonna do the grain stretch on the drums. I like that. So from here, go to here. We're always going back to that original one so that we can pull from the original source of states for all locks. You don't always have to, but in this case, that's what I want to do to make sure that everything is back to normal and that we're just doing the effect that we want to. There we go. Let's give that a try. So we have mutes, we have scratch. Next up is our lo-fi effects, the ones that sort of take things and make them a little crunchy. And we'll do those right here. Full metaverb and 0 low end. That actually sounds pretty good. Cool. So now what we're going to do is we're going to perform it. I'm just going to go over to the arranger mode. I'm going to hit play on the arrangement, and I'm going to see if these lock states work out for me. I might make some more adjustments for the final track, but overall, that's the plan. Let's go ahead and jam a little bit. Thanks for watching, by the way. I hope this was fun for you. Thank you, Fu Native Instruments, for having me once again in this wonderful role of playing with the Maschine Plus, because I like it. It's good. Let's see what happens.